Every year, CES schmoozes us into believing that we live in a sci-fi universe. This year's massive event was no different. There were a lot of very cool, very sci-fi announcements, and a lot of stuff that was just plain weird. So here are the 5 coolest products and announcements that were made last week in Las Vegas, and then tomorrow, in part 2 of this video, we'll go through the weirdest. Oh yeah, we had to fire the talking dog. It just would not stop showing off. Quite insufferable. Talking of robotic dogs that can't help showing off, number 1 in our list of the coolest announcements is the Roborock Saros Rover. The Roborock Saros Rover is a walking vacuum cleaner that can climb entire staircases while cleaning each step. Oh, but you live in a lighthouse with nothing but curved staircases? No problem, apparently. The Rover uses an innovative wheel-leg architecture where each wheel can raise and lower independently, making it look kind of like a Star Wars droid, back when Star Wars was great. So what makes this cool then? Well, this solves not so much the biggest house cleaning problem around the home, but it does solve the biggest limitation of robot vacuums, multi-floor homes. If you live in a bungalow, you're fine, but if not, then who do you get to clean the stairs? And the Saros Rover solves the problem in, it says here, the most sci-fi way possible. Well, no. The most sci-fi way would be if it was basically a Dalek and it couldn't get past the first step, but still pretty cool. Next up is the LEGO Smart Play System. Is this really something that we want? Well, actually I'm getting ahead of myself there. Let's talk about what it is first. This, it says here, was LEGO's first ever CES appearance. So they brought with them sensor-packed smart bricks containing accelerometers, light and sound sensors, and teeny tiny cute little speakers, and chips smaller than the standard like LEGO stud. I didn't know they're called studs. Good to know. When you bring Darth Vader, presumably it has to be a specific Darth Vader, not just any Darth Vader, but the LEGO Darth Vader. So when you bring the official LEGO Darth Vader near to a smart brick, the Imperial March plays, and R2-D2, probably the official LEGO R2-D2, triggers frantic beeps and blue lights. So why is this cool? Well, if you have to be told, I don't know, is this cool? It's a thing. Just seems a bit gimmicky to me. LEGO is always about stimulating the imagination. You put your imagination into the fact that you've got an actual plastic spaceship flying around through the universe, landing on asteroids and pew-pewing at people on the ground and just generally murdering. Just read it all in. This is more just assisted imagination. It's fun. It probably is going to be fun if you're of the LEGO age, where you can be trusted not to swallow these things and have to be rushed to surgery or whatever. They could locate the brick inside you, of course, just by bringing Darth Vader close to your stomach and listening out for the Imperial March playing inside you. Not recommending that, by the way. Don't do that. Next up, number 3, Boston Dynamics and Atlas, their production-ready humanoid robot thing. Boston Dynamics teamed up with Hyundai to create the Atlas humanoid robot, which apparently now is production ready. So at CES, Hyundai and Boston Dynamics unveiled this rather spooky, in my mind, the legendary Atlas robot. Like Atlas was legendary, but anyway, the legendary Atlas robot is now production ready. It can lift up to 50 kilograms, and if it's in a factory, it can learn new factory tasks in under 1 day using Google's DeepMind AI. Yep, that's right. Boston Dynamics and Google have teamed up, so this combined product goes from being kind of a dumb factory robot just doing repetitive things to kind of a smart factory robot doing repetitive things while presumably thinking deeply existential thoughts and angsting about whether such mechanistic operations are beneath it. An Atlas robot will be able to learn new tasks as it goes along pretty much. If it's a complex task, it could still learn it in less than a day and operates without manual teleoperation. In other words, somebody to one side with the controls. Hyundai are planning pilot deployment in their facilities starting this year, and they have a long-term roadmap towards around 30,000 units per year for production, which is a lot of units. So it moves humanoid robots from research labs to actual automotive factory deployment. That's a genuine robotics milestone. Number 4 on the cool announcements from this year's CES, and of course nvidia had to be in here somewhere, and this is it. So the Vera Rubin platform. Vera Rubin, by the way, was a pioneering American astronomer. Vera Rubin is a next-generation AI infrastructure that delivers triple the speed of the current Blackwell architecture while dramatically improving energy efficiency, with systems due to ship in the second half of 2026. So why is this under the cool list? When we're talking about an infrastructure platform, is that as cool as musical Lego bricks? bricks. I'd say it's more cool. I'm not really sure if these are in ascending order or descending order. They're just in some random order. So anyway, why is this cool? It represents the compute foundation that will power the next wave of AI breakthroughs, whether AI is being built into autonomous vehicles, or just vehicles, into robots, or just into straightforward LLMs, large language models. This is going to be the compute foundation for all of that. A Rubin-inspired supercomputer is already being created, and Rubin will begin replacing Blackwell architecture in the second half of this year. The Vera Rubin NVL72 server rack includes new context memory storage, zero downtime maintenance, meaning I guess they can just hot swap individual servers. The announcements that nvidia made were focused squarely on AI infrastructure. While they were there, nvidia also announced Alpamayo, a family of open source reasoning models, specifically for autonomous vehicles, brum brum, designed to help these autonomous vehicles handle difficult real-world driving, in others to be able to reason, make very quick decisions. If a self-driving car is driving along and your whole family is in the car with you, and say if a rat runs out into the middle of the road, the car has to make a decision. Does it swerve to save the rat and risk going off the road, crashing down a verge or something? Or does it run over the rat? It's this kind of profound, fundamental question that Alpamayo will need to make decisions about. Good luck with the blurry edges of moral proselytizing that it'll have to do on the spur of the moment as fresh situations present themselves at high speed. I don't think that Jensen Huang, nvidia CEO, went into too much detail about that in his presentation, but maybe he should have. Finally, number 5 on the list, the Lenovo Legion Pro rollable laptop. Rollable, a laptop that you can roll down a hill. So the Legion Pro is a gaming laptop whose screen physically expands from 16 inches to 23.8 inches. Well, it's not that much of this. You want to be able to roll it out like a scroll. Still pretty good though. So it expands from 16 inches to 23.8 inches at the press of a button, and so creates an ultra widescreen experience for racing sims, flight games, very wide ebooks. So why is this one cool? Well, it's kind of impractical, it's excessive, it looks ridiculous. I'm sorry, but it looks ridiculous. But it's absolutely the kind of transforming technology that makes CES what it is. And, bonus, it actually works. Thank you so much for watching the top 5 coolest product announcements from this year's CES in Las Vegas. But, newsflash, we're only halfway done. Join me tomorrow for part 2, where we'll showcase the top 5 weirdest product announcements from CES. And I'll also probably wax on a little bit about some of the more sinister aspects, because I'm a bit like that. Glass half empty and all that. So please do remember to like and subscribe. And if you think I missed any products out that were way cooler than what I showed, or if you just disagree, or if you just want to say hi, please leave a comment below and talk tomorrow. Bye.